really wanted to find out what's going on, so I have to play. Hey Paul, hey Alkesh. Thank you for joining me. So, yeah. We were talking to the guy that...
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did phone
On Valentine's Day.
and asked me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
I think what that does is, like, summarizes the previous acts. I believe we're in Act 4. I think we're in Act 4. So, yeah, so we were talking to Glenn. Who...
I didn't get to. I didn't get to say I loved him.
And
I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And he died. What does he think of me?
What does who think of you?
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever?
No.
How? How do I go back? I hadn't thought of that. I've just been thinking when I open a door, it goes somewhere else in the present. Not in the past. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I'll try that. Now. I'll try that now.
Oh, it's not going to work, is it? It might work. Alright, well, he's buggered off. Okay. Right. People are here.
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
Talking to scary
I don't
Joe.
know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Yes, it's a good job that Glenn didn't actually need to be in. Yeah. Well, it was a short conversation. But yes, how is everybody today?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
We watched it. We did.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Yep, I'm hyped. I'm hoping there's something to be hyped about. Still excited about Unravel 2, even if it is a couch co-op platformer that requires speedruns and no death runs and all sorts, just because it's so freaking cute.
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example. If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
That's what happened to that guy Ben or Tom or whichever one.
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes.
But that's
His
what he did
favourite
to
was
the
the
gambling
grandfather
guy.
paradox.
That's the
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But
Tom,
if you cannot
yes,
be
thank you.
born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
Yeah, good point, Paul. It was Tom. Ben was the cleaner.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
You're cleaning in my office.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple. I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
That sounds like a problem to me.
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints? I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime. I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent. Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
No, not after that weird-ass dream sequence thing.
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
Well, I wasn't actually offering, but sure. If it'll
Dr.
stop you
Dekker
freaking me out.
definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent. I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
Kind of want to read the book.
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself. Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Whoa. Okay, well that explains a little bit more.
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
I play video games.
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
I hear ya.
I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst. I bet you like dance music. I don't know why.
Cheesy pop, actually.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, hang on. I want to tell Bryce that Iris doesn't remember.
I have nothing to tell you about that.
Ah, okay. Iris denies being locked in the basement. Okay, let's say it like that. Yes, cheesy pop does get stuck in your head. It's also good to dance to. Denied. Being locked in the morning? Car? World? No, basement. Seriously, my poor predictive.
How extraordinary. So the girl in the basement was somebody that Claire knows, and she's adamant that I didn't rescue her. I really wish I'd taken photos now.
What do we do about telling them that we can cure them? I guess we just got to go for it.
Please do. I wish I could believe you.
Give them all Prozac and call it a day. That's not really a solution.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
I'm wondering. Oh yeah, this was what I was wondering. This is why I wanted to play it again so soon. Is that I was wondering whether Jaya has been stealing people's talents or borrowing or learning them. Because Scarlet is a dreamwalker, and then Jaya did that dreamwalking thing. Aileen can look like anybody else, so maybe she's borrowed that talent too. I don't know. Like a leech, yeah. And that's why she wants me to convince them all. Maybe she's the one the one that's following Bryce in the midnight hour. Ha! She's rogue. No, I'm rogue. I have the hair and everything. With my silver streak, well, my white streak. Yeah. Maybe she's the one following, and then yeah. I don't know. That just sort of came to me. So yeah.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
I mean, Glenn said he went to visit his dad. I wonder if that was with Elin.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't believe it either, so that really doesn't have a thing. Okay, so, what do we got?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Just see if I can
Read the
keyword it.
papers,
There we go,
Doctor.
same girl.
I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
Ah. Interesting. Missing. And you want to date her? People?
Nope. Sorry.
That explains why she was being referred.
I do nothing.
I asked about dead bodies.
People follow me. I don't ask them to.
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Okay. Let's see if asking about death threats gets us anywhere.
I don't think he knew who was behind the death threats, or he'd have stopped it.
Okay.
It's one of those newspaper stories you read, and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Did I ask what the letter said? Tell me about the letter, okay.
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault, but the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
We answered that one.
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
Why did you think it was
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
Okay, that was not really the answer I was going for. Let's ask you about dead bodies.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
It's one of those newspaper stories you read, and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
What did the letter say?
Dr. Dekker told me one of Sometimes I wonder where you're going with some of these questions.
Why are the police looking for a red head?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Well, nobody knows redheaded people have no soul. Apparently. Maybe he's... this guy? I could ask him about solicitors.
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
That's from when I asked about the referral letter. Okay, let's talk to Mariana a bit.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
Why don't you think I have a super power?
Wow. Are you trying to scare me? I'm not sure that's a good idea, Doctor.
Okay. Not really, but sure.
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Ask more about the loan agreement, but... a loan repayment.
He lent me some money to...
Nope.
He lent me some...
Loan. Doesn't
lent me some money to start my business.
Damn it!
It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that it...
What were the terms of the loan?
He lent me some...
Right, okay. That tree is annoying me.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
How long have you been able to hear the sea? 4.
I hear a sound.
Okay, so the sea and the loan. Okay.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
Okay. I'm going to ask first about anger.
Sorry, can't help you.
No. Even tempted to go to the beach for fish and chips and ice cream. Sounds good. Sadly, there's no beach in the Midlands. Why don't you believe me?
Let me think. No.
Why don't you think I mean it? Think
I'm not really helping, am I? Try asking me something else.
Okay, haven't quite found the right thingy for that then.
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
Okay, so that one at least leads me to ask, make it back from where?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, ask about the empty void. Oops.
I don't have anything else to say about that.
Not doing well at thinking of the questions.
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Okay, what do we ask after that? Claire. Okay. I'm gonna ask about weird people first, and then ask about specific names.
Do you think I'm a good person, Doctor?
Okay. Yes, actually, I do. Yes. I think you are a good person.
I hope so. I'm trying to be. I really am.
I just mentioned a name.
Bryce. I'm not sure who that is.
Okay, well at least that did a thing. Okay, so Mary. Anna, our favourite person.
I don't think I know her.
Okay. Claire.
She's a slightly...
Yeah, okay, fine. Nathan?
I don't know who Nathan is.
So you literally just know Claire? Okay, Glyn?
I don't really know anything about that. Jaya seems really nice.
Right, that prompted that one before. Okay, let's ask about Scarlet. Can you remember the name of the guy that had the quantum gambling
Doctor,
theory?
I'm not sure I should be answering questions like that.
Okay. Okay, so I must have asked all of those things. Okay, so now we've gotten to shifting, which I can't figure out, and the stop shifting. Okay. Alright, what have we got on Claire?
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
Okay, ask about test. Subjects.
I don't have an answer for you.
Okay, Professor Warwick. It was, wasn't it? Well remembered. Professor Oops. Warwick.
Sorry. No.
Okay, you googled it still. Okay, fine.
I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
Yeah, he's gruff. Yeah, it's overacted, but I kind of like it. Ask about David and
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat.
Okay. David. Danger to himself.
David has been...
Dick Tracy? What? Can she still love David?
David has...
No. David keeps on triggering that. Oh yeah, I was going to ask Anushka. A-N-O-U Shaka.
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger
good luck,
after all.
Scruff.
So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
Okay, so that probably will get rid of the question about the girl. Okay.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
Hmm? You're weird but not creepy, Scruff? I didn't say you were either weird or creepy. I said good luck. Oh, yeah, her husband that she killed and then reanimated. I don't think you've ever been dead, so I think we're good. Okay, let's ask about the lake house.
I don't know anything about that.
David's aunt.
I don't know.
Yes, I think we all are a little brain dead when we fall asleep. Okay, so pet. Yes, kill David and... God, there's way too many questions. Okay.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Okay. See if teleportation triggers anything.
I was as surprised as you are.
No. Okay.
Yes, perhaps it is death. I've done something good, and now I'm being punished for it. But why would it wait for me in the hour, though? Wouldn't it just come for me crossing the road? No. I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it.
Which painting? deal?
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
That's very precise. Why that? Painting.
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Okay. What was it he said?
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Is the time significant? I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it probably makes him think of his power. Okay.
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
Ask more about stress.
There's a lot of stress in here.
Okay. You relax.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, where you in? Ah, crap, wrong way. Where you in my dreams?
It must be frustrating, always asking and getting nowhere. Are you frustrated, Doctor?
Why did he ask you to forge? Yes, oops. Signature.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
Okay, that's random. Can you forge his signature?
Dr. Dekker wanted
something.
If you couldn't see a pattern in the referral letters, there probably isn't one. It's just me. I can find a red rum in anything.
Red rum? That's murder. Backwards.
It's murder, spelt backwards, you know? The Shining.
Mhm.
All work and no play makes Dr. Dekker a dull boy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, it's a bit like an anagram.
Okay. Going to say anagram and see if I don't need to say any more, because they are anagrams.
I spotted that.
Yeah.
All the solicitors' names are anagrams of each other. But why would someone need so many aliases to refer patients? I got a bit weirded out thinking it might be connected to Dr. Dekker's murder, so I just stopped thinking. Don't get me started.
Okay. Oh, hang on. All work and no play makes Dekker a dull boy. Okay, that's now disturbing. Okay, I don't have any thingies. Can she prove? Fine, that's a weird question. Can you prove that you can? I mean, that was the whole point of her being fed up that she had to do it.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're asking me for proof. How can I do that? Get into your head, into your dreams? We don't have any real relationship yet, Doctor. But you are growing on me. Let's not break that just yet.
Yeah, okay, we've lost the hint thing. No, we haven't. Okay.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree. I think I've probably said too much.
Just trying to figure out how to trigger more on that. Okay, I was gonna hint. Does he wish he could save Molly? Aha. Do you wish you could save Molly?
Yeah, save Molly. As if that wasn't one of those days that just moved into the next one.
Ah, okay. So that's the only thing off that.
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
Okay. Why?
Sorry. Don't know.
How can he not read the papers if he found out about the truck driver in the papers? I'm going to just ask about newspapers and see what he says.
I can't tell you anything about that.
No, okay. Alright. Should I tell him to stay away from Marianne? Didn't I already do that? You should stay away from Marianne.
What's wrong with Mariana? Wait, don't answer that. I'll let you know.
Okay, well, that was the last one for that. Okay. Speak the devil. Oh no, I told her not to go out with Nathan. I could ask about Nathan.
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
Maybe I should say yes, go out with Nathan, and see if that lets me contradict myself.
He's the cute, sad-looking one.
Nope. Okay. Alright. What's like a compass? Oh, didn't. I thought she said the alarm thing was like a compass anyway.
I know where the sea is. Wherever I am. I'm an Aquarius. Maybe this is a water bearer thing.
Don't think it looks like that. It works like that, but...
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did.
Go nuts, Gruff. Yeah, so I asked about Dekker death, obviously, because I wanted to get rid of that lone one. I'm following up the lone one.
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did.
Okay. Try anxiety?
Yeah, I'm anxious about being ill.
No, no presents. We don't do presents.
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good.
Ask about the business? I mean, we already know what a business is, but...
I'm sure you've asked me this before. I sell necklaces, made from things I found on the beach.
Yes, we have asked that before. Seriously, there's still more questions of that? Dear God. What else is in the loan agreement? Power of attorney agreement. Okay. Power of attorney.
I know nothing.
Okay. Ah, what did you use the loan for? Good question. You use the loan money for.
Mainly rent.
Okay. Alright, that's Mariana done. Ow. You don't want to see me when I'm angry, basically.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset. I don't know anything about that.
I haven't seen you angry.
Doctor, I'm not sure I should be answering questions like that.
Didn't you make that joke before, Scruff? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's basically I don't know how to phrase these, so let's have a look. Why would she want to shift at work? Why would you want to shift at work?
I only shift when I want to. It doesn't happen on its own. I have to will it.
Okay. Ask generally about Dekker, see if it triggers anything else.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Yeah, well, we know why that is. His mum wanted money.
Sorry, can't help you.
Okay, let's get another hint. What upset did I cause? Okay. What upset did I cause?
Shifting is what I'm supposed to do. It's what makes me special. I know I've had a few bad experiences, but there's no way I'm going to stop shifting.
Bad experiences.
I become what people want to see. But some people they're not right in the head. They make me turn into horrible things. That's why I won't shift for anyone with mental problems anymore.
Okay. Horrible things.
One guy, a patient, he used to have night terrors. An 80-year-old man screaming and kicking in his sleep. When I shifted for him, I don't know who I became, but as soon as he saw me, he was terrified. And when I looked down, I didn't have any legs, just bits of them.
Oh dear God, that's horrible. Okay. Yes, I'm going to ask about. Did she know? Oops. Dekker adopted.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients.
Nope. If I say Dekker, it just flips into that one. Was Dr. Dekker near death? Ah, good point. Was Dekker near death when you shifted for him?
I thought about that a lot, because shifting is only supposed to work on people who are dying. But Dr. Dekker was near death. Just because no one knew it doesn't mean it's not the truth. Kind of gets you thinking about destiny and fate and everything like that.
Oh yeah, there was a release date for Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Ah! Oh, I'm gonna ask about fate.
My mum's a big believer in fate. I'm not so sure. I mean, what about free will? If everything is fated to happen, then we're just machines carrying out commands. Maybe fate does have a plan for everyone, but who says we have to play along?
I'm fine, I just slid and got stuck. Okay, alright, so that's 3 green. Alright, Claire. Now let's get a hint first, okay. Why is it time to kill David? Okay.
You amuse me, Doctor. Here we are in our 4th session, and you're telling me to commit murder? It took Dr. Dekker a lot longer than that.
Okay. Oh no, my sofa is amazing. I've just got... I'm not sitting properly, and I've got too many cushions shoved behind my back. And thus, I keep sliding.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
It's not massively slippy. It's just gravity. Anyway, I need to get my tea. And it's an awesome sofa, actually. I'm just waiting for the hint to recharge as well. That was not the hint button. What does she need to do? What do you need to do?
I don't know.
Yes, you're still
I
here.
need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor?
Okay. Read a book. 2. Distract yourself.
Sorry, I don't know about that. I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor?
Why do you need to distract yourself?
Sorry, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, fine. You could get a... Oh, hey, job! It was a
A
suggestion.
job? Yes. I'll find myself a nice little job packing bags in a grocery store, answering the telephone at a solicitor's. I'll put on the uniform and smile at the customers and talk about the weather, and everything will be wonderful and sunny and bright. Next.
That was sarcasm. I recognize that. You could go on holiday.
Are you even listening to me? Some of these questions are a bit far off the mark.
Okay. You could get a pet.
I think he was fascinated.
Okay. Dating. Okay. How about dating?
I don't want anybody else. I reanimated my cheating husband so we could be together. Isn't that a big enough sign?
What about religion?
That's not relevant.
Ironic choice one there. Okay, what else can she do to distract herself? I've tried pet, holiday, job, religion, dating. Video games. Oh, I could ask about hobbies. That's more generic.
I have a hobby. I come here every week and talk to you.
That's not a hobby. But that was a good answer. So yes, video games. That was a good prompt. So there's just the pet thing. I don't know what to ask about that. Let's wait for a prompt. Can't she train David not to kill? Train David
David doesn't listen to me. I can't say something and he does it. And besides, how would I show him not to kill a little girl? Slap him on the nose? It's too late for David.
Okay. Okay, Bryce. Still got the creepy ass painting with a spider.
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Okay, I'm just gonna like randomly pick words. So spider.
The spider from the painting. I'd like to think it was me. Like I was lying in wait and spinning some elaborate trap in my midnight hour. It's more likely that I'm just the fly.
Okay, ask about trap.
No, sorry.
Okay, all right. Quarter past 3.
I don't know.
Okay. Grandfather clock.
My grandfather died in World War II. He was a lorry driver. I don't really know much about him. Brave, though, you'd imagine.
Is bravery important?
No.
Again, quite a good answer. Web?
No, don't know.
Pendulum. That's a nice word. Pen. Oops, no pen. Pendulum.
Sorry. No.
Who painted it?
Ask me something else.
Probably Osterzone. Okay. Is that a pun I'm not getting? Or because you know about creepy paintings? Why does he need to use his skull wisely? Why do you need to use your skill? Wisely.
I don't intend to imagine things at all.
DS game.
I only did it this time to avoid being killed. That pursuer is definitely onto me. I say he, but I couldn't see his face. It just had the build and size of a man. It felt like it was sucking the oxygen out of the air in front of me.
Sounds like a panic attack.
I don't intend to imagine things at all. I only did it this time to avoid being killed. That pursuer is definitely onto me. I say he, but I couldn't see his face. It just had the build and size of a man. It felt like it was sucking the oxygen out of the air in front of me.
Okay. Sucking the oxygen.
I found it difficult breathing the closer he got to me. I suppose that's just fight or flight, an anxiety response.
And we're back to anxiety again.
Yes, I'm anxious. I think someone is trying to kill me.
Fair enough reason to be anxious. Jesus, the painting is still a thing. Ugh. Why would you be punished for doing a good deed?
He led me to that old woman. I said there were tests. He was testing me, and I failed. He wanted me to leave her, to let the timeline play out. I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
What about punishment for stealing?
It's just that one thing, just the painting.
Okay. Should I ask about the fly in the painting? Okay, I'm going to ask about the fly.
There's no fly in the painting. I think that's what I like about it. The spider has been so intent on spinning its web that it hasn't noticed there'll be nothing to eat.
The spider is clearly overthinking it. Ha! Well, at least I got rid of that.
He led me to that old woman. I said there were tests. He was testing me, and I failed. He wanted me to leave her, to let the timeline play out.
Huh. Why do you think that you failed?
He's hooded, but not death in the classical sense. I suppose there's no normal when you're talking about death. I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Okay. I'm gonna ask afford and then perhaps price.
Your questions seem to be getting more and more irrelevant.
Price of painting.
It's a painting of a spider in...
Nope. Okay, what about the artist?
No.
Okay. Got a hint. What can you tell me about Providence? Okay. Just going to write Providence. I know that's where Mariana works.
Providence is the name of the local gallery here. Always lots of new art and artists, if you only visit once a year. Like I do, anyway.
Okay, that was the last question. All right.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't. Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
It's odd.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't answer that. I don't know about that.
Okay. Mean. Mother.
He said she started out with the normal passive-aggressive guilt trips and then escalated into bricks through windows and cutting brake cables. Well, he got a restraining order after that and never wanted to see her again. When I visited her in hospital on his behalf, do you know what her story was?
No. What was her story?
She told me he was never adopted. He was just very ungrateful and clearly, using her own words, had lost his mind. I say never get involved in family feuds, especially if they're not your family.
Okay. That is interesting. Why would you forge his...
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
Why would you need to forge it?
Dr. Dekker wanted...
Okay, fine. Hint. Ah, okay. Yes. I am frustrated.
I see. And how does that make you feel?
Who's the therapist here?
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
I relax. Oops.
You're getting closer all the time, but you're still not asking the right questions.
It makes me feel sad.
I see. And what are you going to do about it, Doctor?
I am going bottom of this.
Excellent. I'm glad we've cleared that up.
State of Decay 2 online connection is pretty poor. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, even. Is that co-op survival game that just came out?
There's a lot of
Shame.
stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor? I don't know.
Oh, it's a shame it has issues. Alright, okay. Would it cross the line if I mentioned sex? Probably. But, I mean, she's already crossed the line by being in my damn head, so...
That option's not always available.
Jesus Christ, that's not... Even the end of it. Okay, I'm gonna ask about friends.
Interesting. But I don't know anything about that.
He was...
Okay. Did... Jaya ask about dream walking?
It's something I've been able to do since I was...
No. Just ask about Jaya.
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry. We didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
Other... woman?
Try again, Doctor. Something I can answer, maybe?
Okay, ask about... control...
Sounds familiar, but no.
Okay. Why did Dekker make sure she couldn't forge his second... I asked that! Why did Dekker make sure you couldn't forge his signature?
He just wanted to feel safe, I guess. Once you get a prescription pad, it's your fault if it falls into the wrong hands. I suppose it does sound a bit overcautious, doesn't it?
Does it? Still stressed. Okay, I'm gonna ask about Scarlet.
I don't know, Doctor. Do you?
Okay.
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough.
Alright. Did you teach Andrea?
I don't know.
Okay. Ask me how I relax. I should check my notes. Alcohol, okay. I relax when...
The bottle can be comforting.
That was the last one. Okay, I should have known that. Okay, just Scarlet left. Did we ask her about referrals? No, she wasn't referred, I think. Okay, could ask about referral?
No.
Okay, I don't think that was a response to that. Referred you.
Sorry. No.
Okay. Alright. Maybe only dreaming.
His dreams were amazing.
Maybe
His dreams were amazing.
Oh my god!
Filled with a spectrum of
How do I phrase
colours
this?
and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
How do I phrase it then?
His dreams were amazing.
Oh my god!
Filled with a spectrum of...
Getting irritating.
His dreams were amazing. Filled
Well,
with
the
a
hint
spectrum
was,
of
how does she
colours
know
and
that she's not
creatures.
dreaming, that she's in someone
It was
else's
like
dream?
Narnia for grown-
Maybe she's only dreaming that she's in other people's dreams. Maybe you're only dreaming that you're in other people's dreams.
Perhaps.
Ugh.
Perhaps this session is a
Not-
dream, Doctor. I don't see anyone else around. Do you?
Okay. It was other people rather than someone else that was the key for that. It was really stupid. Sometimes they're really picky. Alright, next day. Yes.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Hello?
Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people. He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature. It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out. He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all.
Well,
You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth.
it's not so much guess what the dev is thinking, it's just sometimes you
You're
literally have
dreaming,
to do it word
but
for
your
word.
dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
Are you watching,
I
Elkesh?
say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty. Murderer. That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go.
I like cheese.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I do like cheese. These things are weird.
You
Okay,
rang
let's
my
see what
doorbell.
happens.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly.
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics?
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
We will find out in 2 seconds. Act 5, Insanity, please.
Oh, doctor.
Mm.
You look. Oh. There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Okay. Yeah, death threats. Oh, I like her dress. Yeah, I think it's the last one too, because we were like 75% of the way through with Act 4, or when we were in Act 4. So we're currently 62% towards the 470 points. So this will be the one where I get to accuse people. Hello.
I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
She's so pretty.
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now. Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
It's not just you.
The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor. Or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours. And people follow me. Even if it's the last thing they do. People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature. I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? It's so bright and warm and loving. I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others. It feeds on them.
I love her hair. It's awesome.
When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished. You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing, just limbs of people from the clubs and the bars. Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year. They all look terrified, but somehow still alive. The creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them. Slowly. The missing people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
got another crown, Scruff. Also, this is really disturbing.
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Yeah, very fucked up. This is Cthulhu level.
You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing.
Lovecraft.
He was a looker. And he had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next.
I have my mouth and I must scream. Yeah, I mean, my friend did a Cthulhu Lovecraftian short thing for NaNoWriMo, and I obviously don't think I've actually read Lovecraft, which I probably should, though maybe not. And it was just like, and then they all died.
I left him to be eaten. And the next morning, he turns up in my bed at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you? That's why I'm here. They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
Was he killed with a paper spike? No, I'm guessing lots of holes and insides on outsides. Sounds more like tentacles.
No. The creature killed John.
I wonder if that lady is back. I've forgotten her name.
My lawyer. He says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor? I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that. Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
Oh, he's a doctor. Of course he has one.
Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor. And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief.
5 of them.
Even the loan, that was just unfortunate. Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back, and I didn't have it. Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out. I owe her the money now.
Okay, so if she turns up dead...
I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her. It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit,
What?
I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it.
Excuse me, what? I'm confused now. Okay, I'm gonna ask where the money went, and then, yeah. Where did the money go?
No.
Oh.
Can't think of anything.
All right, we'll deal with that later. What the hell?
You got inside me, Doctor.
Uh-huh.
And it hurts.
Um.
And you don't care.
What? Okay, I actually don't think
I
she
told
means
you how grateful I'd be. But you need to fix my problem first. If they try me as sane, I'll be in prison for a long time. And then, how would you get your reward, Doctor? You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
I didn't. I'm confused.
Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun. If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you.
Did she make other people black out?
She's the woman that took over the loan I had with Dr. Dekker.
Why didn't you have the money?
I don't have anything to say about that.
Okay.
If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you.
I can't remember. Ow!
Can you remember what you did? You get inside me, Doctor. And it hurts. And you don't care.
I do care.
You'll have to ask me something else.
How does it hurt?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. I'm slightly disturbed, like very disturbed. What's my insanity level doing? It's not gone up!
It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit, I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it.
Why are you ashamed?
It's my fault they're all dying. They're following me. I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing. That's not something I know about.
Okay.
Like I said,
Asked about blackouts.
I've been fine. I left him to be eaten. And the next morning, he turns up in my bed at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you? That's why I'm here.
Okay, let's Nathan, hello.
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're gonna have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though?
Okay. I'm gonna go with who murdered Dekker.
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I'd look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant.
Okay.
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
Very confusing. Okay, what keyword?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back. I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
Pluto!
Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying?
Because it's a planet. Okay.
I'm at peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
I am, but it's one of my questions.
Things have been interesting. Thanks to Mariana.
Nathan, clearly I'm taking notes.
We went on a date. What sort of? She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
I can go and ask. And ask about Nathan.
I don't have an answer for you.
Okay, let's be more specific. Do you like Nathan?
I can't really answer that.
Okay.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
Could ask you love Nathan. I mean, that's rather strong, but sure. Do you love Nathan?
I don't know about that.
Nope, still didn't work. I think she's in love with you, Alkesh. We're all good. Sorry, I'm just having a quick check on Discord. Looks like no leaks yet for E3, which is good. Good that there's been no leaks. Okay.
I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
Okay. Yes, Mariana
Thanks,
likes you.
Doctor. That's what I'm hoping.
Why not? I'm still gonna
I
name
don't want
planets.
it to be triggered.
Oh, he's gonna get mad at me if I say Saturn. Okay.
So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you. It's about time travel. I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
I thought you said you couldn't time travel.
We just met. I chose not to tell you I travelled back in time. Sorry. If I could turn back time, Doctor, if I could find a way.
Back a turn back time.
The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed. Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death. I didn't have time. I jumped back to the split second the accident happened. The truck was already on us. I swerved left the first time, so I tried right. If I could have saved her, I would have done. I didn't want her to die. I haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident. Instantly. We just met. I chose not to tell you I travelled back in time. Sorry. If I could turn back time, Doctor. If I could find a way.
I feel like that's a song. Still not insanity gone up. Did you try to save her?
I've tried, but I can't do it. To be honest, nowadays, I'm more interested in moving forwards. The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed. I don't know. I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once. I read a book about time.
I'm just trying to see if there's any more time travel, because it's that once there.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
Death threats.
Question after question after question. They're all meaningless, aren't they? That one is, anyway.
Okay. Very tempted just to say Saturn again. The key word is Saturn.
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it.
Okay, fine. Okay. Mariana, Jaya, Ellen, Claire, Bryce. It's the main ones, basically. These are the people that I get to pick from.
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
I don't think I did.
Then why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. Oh, the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. Who hasn't it touched?
She
I'm
said
so
the name of
worried.
the game in the game.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
But yeah, I mean...
Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
But also, you, peeked at me in my dream.
I think I'm okay with the grief now.
My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related. My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7.
What?
They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Hang on a minute. Smoking and drinking on the sofa like that old lady that Bryce saved. Okay. I have to nip to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, okay.
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? She had most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it?
Well, no, because... there was the Claire thing.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
Are you knowing because you don't think it's Mariana, Alkesh? I mean, it could be.
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
A good thing I don't like coffee.
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
That's what I think about you.
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient. It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about.
That must have been the home visits. Maybe he was like holding her under in the bathtub.
A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely, is it? Or maybe you think it is. Have you spoke to Mariana today? Your patients will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Okay.
I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Oh, maybe Dekker died and regenerated. Yep. That would be cool.
I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before? Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again. Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it? Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me. But he said he just wanted to have one more date with her, and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation. I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Interesting. Okay.
What about the prescription pad? Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. He never said anything to me about it.
Okay.
Yes, I took it. I had to.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift. I suppose he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just humouring me the whole time.
Okay.
The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep. You look like you need it.
Yeah. That's weird.
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work. Thing is, because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. There wasn't anything I could do about it. I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works. I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on. Why? What did you think I meant? You're very welcome. I could never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor.
I'm fine. I killed David. Again. Like you told me to.
God, I hope she didn't kill somebody else.
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, he was smiling. Probably a muscle spasm. Anushka's fine, I would imagine. Her father came over to talk about the missing cat. It would have been an easier conversation had I not been splattered in blood and sweating like a milkmaid. It seemed like he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up. I suspect I've got away with it, at least this second time. Now all that's left is for you to write up my diagnosis. That I'm not sound of mind. That I wasn't sound of mind when I killed David. It's up to you whether you want to mention any of our other conversations. I'm happy either way. Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met. Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed. He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up. I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away to stop people stealing it. It's true. I didn't see the prescription pad. He gave me that prescription for the sleeping tablets just as I was leaving one day. He said it was worth trying them, but I wasn't sold. I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write any death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor? Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me, but I'm sure it would be fun. For me, at least. Yes, Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I still had hope that David would recover. I don't really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it. But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl.
They're gonna die. Game died. That was slightly disturbing. It's okay, we're back. Need a cup of tea though. Ooh. I'm going to put the put the kettle on. Hang on.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
He went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since.
Alright,
A
I
bit
have
of a
tea now.
shaky loop incident.
Where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
So Claire's
I dug the
creepy
grave.
again.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr.
She could have
Dekker
revived him, but
cursed
she
It didn't weigh
didn't.
enough to have a body in it. There's someone else
that
in my hour.
Relevant?
Brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
I'm not broke.
It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
You may just still pull out in front of the driver.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
She's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly.
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
fingerprints.
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics.
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Can you have that dream, Doctor?
Okay. So yeah, this is just getting ridiculously crazy. I'm fairly certain that my achievements aren't popping again, so I will restart after I've done this. So I think the turn back time, find a way, that's a song. I'm sure that counts. So, yeah, okay, right, hang on, where did it...
I don't really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it. But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything more than interest.
Okay. It's a Cher song. Yes. I think it was also covered by Aqua. Yeah.
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight
Oh, bleep,
hour
bleep.
and
Seeing
I slept for
things.
8 hours. When I woke up,
300 insanity
it was
points.
looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Okay.
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me. It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Did you?
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
Yeah, sometimes my achievements don't unlock, Scruff, but that one just did at 300 points. So, I'm not sure. 77% of the way towards 400. It jumped up all of a sudden. I don't know.
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in before the burial.
I just got that
But
one.
when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Oh yeah, there were Claire
Perhaps.
Was supposed to reanimate him.
It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping. If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again? It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
I don't know.
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it. And so it is. You worried me then, Doctor. I thought you were starting to believe in the unbelievable too. Jessica has had a restraining order taken out against me and her daughter. I showed her the photos and then the rest is a blur. She was screaming, hitting me, pushing me away. In hindsight, showing her the photos might not have been the best thing to do. I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor. You have a strangeness, don't you?
Huh?
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker. I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk?
I don't know.
Or
Am I Dr.
you,
Dekker?
Dr. Dekker? I thought it might be a perk. I'm sorry I spied on you. I was just getting worried that you weren't who you said you were. Just some mannerisms, strangeness. It's good you've adopted his dog, though. I'm not sure many people would have done.
His dog?
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious? Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
I don't actually know, do I?
I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious. The thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space. Just a black hole.
Okay, that's disturbing.
We just met. I chose not to tell you I travelled back in time. Sorry. If I could turn back time, Doctor, if I could find a way.
I thought that would be it. Oh, hey, we have an accused now. We're not going to do that yet, but, okay. Right. I thought you said you couldn't time travel, which is what I did. Why is there a creepy little girl on the sofa? Yes, I've only just noticed that. Because... Yeah, but often the sofa just cycles while I'm typing, so the keyboard's up, so I don't see what's happening. And now I'm creeped out.
We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
I don't know if it's Anushka, but it's showing up a lot now. I'm just gonna get a hint. Okay. Oh. Did I not? Alright, okay. But we know Elin took it. Did you take the prescription pad?
No, I didn't take the prescription pad. Why is it such a big issue? Who'd want it? Do you think the killer wrote out a prescription for temazepam, faked Dr. Dekker's signature, and got it made up? Maybe. But I'm already on temazepam, Doctor. I wouldn't need all that drama.
I don't know. Okay. Do you still have the prescription
What about the
pad?
prescription pad? Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
Take away your gift.
I'm not sure where you're going with that.
Okay. Does the little girl only show up on Nathan's sofa, or does she show up elsewhere? Only shows up on Nathan's. Then it's got to be Molly. The 7-year-old kid of the taxi, the lorry driver. Okay. When did he travel back to the accident? When did you travel back to the... Oh, it didn't suggest future as an option.
The
Accident.
day before Valentine's Day. I was looking at pictures of Hannah and it just happened. The next day for me was Valentine's Day. Present day.
And then there's obviously a keyword about Mariana. Did you kiss Mariana?
Things have been interesting. Thanks to Mariana.
Okay. Interesting. How?
We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up.
Okay. Which bar?
We were nothing.
Damn. Okay. Hint. Does he like dancing? Alright, okay, fine. Do you Do you feel like dancing, dancing?
Do you ask all your patients that? Or just the pretty ones?
Were you drinking?
Question after question after question. They're all meaningless, aren't they? That one is, anyway.
My phone buzzed. Why did my phone buzz? Xbox just went live on Mixer. Okay, well, alright. How many times have you seen Mariana?
Things have been interesting.
Oh, okay, fine. What do you want me to say? Ah, okay. Mariana might be a problem. Killer. Oops.
Wow. I think you're just jealous, Doctor. I mean, if Mariana really was killing people, I'm pretty sure you'd have to contact the authorities. I mean, that's what you'd do, isn't it?
Okay.
You get inside me, Doctor. And it hurts. And you don't care.
I still don't know. I'm gonna ask it inside you. Oops. No, I'm not, because I can't spell it. It just sounds really dodgy.
I don't have an answer for you.
What else has got a star? The Lone. John. This is disturbing. And how are you today?
I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Are the holes in John's stab wounds? Okay, yes. Are the holes in John's stab wounds?
That's an interesting analogy, Doctor. You think I'm making this up?
Many times have I visited you.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. It's obviously not how I phrased it. Maybe I should just check, did you take the prescription pad, in case I lose one of my hints from that. Did you take the prescription pad?
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription?
Okay. Hint. Okay, she said she's fine.
I've done lots of dancing, lots of clubbing, lots of socializing.
Oh, I suppose I should ask about Nathan.
That's not something I know about.
I'll ask about dancing. Do you
I've
feel
done
like
lots of dancing, lots of clubbing, lots of socializing.
Socializing?
I've got nothing to say about that.
Has she been feeling hot or thirsty? Oh, yeah. Have you been feeling hot or thirsty?
No, I've not been thirsty. Not since I went back to the sea.
Okay. So there's the loan and the pretty creepy
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back and I didn't have it.
Why did he ask for his money back?
No. Can't think of anything.
Okay. Now I'm gonna just inquire sane.
You'll have to ask me something else.
Diagnosis.
I don't have anything to say about that.
What does she mean by get inside? What do you mean by get inside?
You watch me undress. You say nothing, but still you order it just like Dr. Dekker did. I strip, ashamed. As I lie down, you bend over me. Your face. So horrible. Like worms. Crawling. With jaws like pythons. You bury into me. I lay there, frozen, while you violate me. Punishing me. I'm not sick. You're sick.
I'm disturbed. Very disturbed.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back and I didn't have it.
I've asked various things of Dr. Dekker. I did ask that. But not in so many words. Dekker diagnosed you as sane?
Dr. Dekker was a hack.
Hey, Jesse.
You're special. You're good at your job. You know I have problems.
I'm not trying to cut into your streaming time, but I had to find out what happened. Okay.
Dr. Dekker was a hack. You're special. You're good at your job. You know I have problems.
How am I special?
I can't really answer that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask about problems.
Nope. Can't think of anything.
Why was Dr. Dekker a hack? Why was Dekker a hack?
There are similarities, but you're not the dead doctor. Are you feeling okay?
I'm disturbed. I am 81% of my way towards 400 insanity points. I didn't get Nathan to sing. I'm kind of sad about that.
I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on. Why? What did you think I meant?
I thought you meant it killed them.
Sorry, Doctor, I'm trying to answer your questions. I really am.
Okay, fine. Alright. Has she ever shifted outside work? Have you ever shifted outside work?
The only time I've shifted outside work was with Max. Oh, and here, with Dr. Dekker.
Okay.
I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works.
What is wrong? Oops. With Max.
I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before?
Hmm.
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it.
Oh yeah, take away my gift.
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me, but he said he just wanted to have one more date with her and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
Okay, perfect gentleman.
Sorry, I don't know.
What do you mean by perfect gentleman?
I don't know anything about that.
I missed the fruffle. I missed the fruffle. Did she lie about Max dying? Did you lie about Max dying?
No, that's right. Shifting does only work when someone is near death. But Max is dying. I mean, he didn't die when he was my patient, but he's still ill. Terminal, you know. good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Still doesn't look by the cookie. Whoops. Whapping my hand. On my mic. It's not a good plan. God, how is it nearly 5 o'clock already? She can infinitely produce cookies. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a Joe stream without cookies. God, there's 10,000 people in the East 3 stream for Xbox. It literally just has the time thingy. No, I already had the controller disconnect. Okay. Has she ever made cookies for Terry? Gah. Have you ever made cookies for
I only
Terry?
make cookies for people I like, Doctor.
How is Terry?
I don't know what to tell you.
How could Dr. Dekker use the prescription pad? Okay, right. How could Dekker use the prescription?
Maybe he was just winding me up. I don't know. But he said that he could write a prescription and whatever he wrote on it would be true. Like he could write, Ealing can no longer shift. And that would be it. I wouldn't be able to shift anymore.
What was on the prescription pad? What was written?
What about the prescription pad?
Robbie Williams, she's the one. Nice, okay. It sounds you kill your patients.
You think I kill my patients? I thought you knew me. Oh, you're worse than Terry. Mind you, I shouldn't speak ill of her.
What happened to Terry?
I don't really have anything to say about that.
Speak ill of Terry.
That doesn't ring a bell. Maybe he was just winding me up, I don't know. But he said that he could write a prescription and whatever he wrote on it would be true. Like he could write, Ealing can no longer shift. And that would be it. I wouldn't be able to shift anymore.
Did you really believe that whatever was written would become friends? True.
You never met Dr. Dekker. He could make the craziest things sound true. And he showed me some of the notes he'd written. Wait, I think I've got one here. Here. See?
Okay. Let's have a look at the note. Sarah Dekker will die tomorrow and you will help her through it. What the hell?
What do you mean?
Sarah.
Sorry, I don't understand. I suppose he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just humouring me the whole time.
Help her through it. How?
Why don't you check your notes? Maybe there's something else you could ask me?
What conversation didn't she want to have with Max? What? Well, I mean, I know what conversation. Didn't you want to have with
The I don't sleep with 77-year-old men conversation, of course.
exactly.
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, I was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Just going for the hints now. Are the cookies poisoned?
No? What do you think I am? Fine. Don't eat them then. I was just trying to be nice.
Right. Okay.
Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it would be fun. For me, at least.
Yeah, it's green now, so I've exhausted all my conversation options.
I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad.
Okay, hang on. Why? Didn't you? Whoops. Hang on, I spelled that wrong. Resurrect.
Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his
Where is David's body? Oh, okay, fine. Where is David's body?
I buried him near the lake house. I'm not sure I'll be allowed a second funeral. Besides, it's close enough to visit.
Not when you're in jail, you psychopath. %, of 400. What's that? 328 or something like that. Is that a threat?
No. Threats are usually made without the intention of following them through. This is quite the opposite.
Okay, that was the last one. Right? Bryce, go on. Why didn't he think burial would be enough? Why didn't you think burial
burial isn't enough for Dr. Dekker because he's evil. I thought, if anything, we'd established that in our earlier sessions, Doctor. I had to destroy him properly, not just bury him in the ground.
But his body went missing, didn't it? Ask about the restraining order.
Yes. Apparently, honesty is not the best policy when it comes to me and females.
Women?
I think I've regressed somewhat. I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious.
Why aren't you still religious?
When something is chasing you, you start wishing that a higher power could save you. I remember you saying that there aren't enough religions, but I still wish there was only one, and one that I could believe in.
Poor guy. What's that in his hand?
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it.
Why did you replace the painting?
I don't know why you're asking me that.
Okay. Why did he teleport into the... Oh. Why did you teleport into the
I suppose I'm becoming lazy.
Okay, well that's the end of that.
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
Do you believe?
Because of what happened to my mother, I believe people could change the world with their minds. I think it's dangerous to have that ability, and I think that you and me, we're helping people rid themselves of these dangerous thoughts and a whole load of other issues at the same time. People pretend to believe, and they have a different agenda. They're the ones you need to watch out for. They have boundaries, and they are prepared to break them. You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
You are... Oops. That's not how you spell it. Bothering.
Why do I bother you? Do you think I killed Dr. Dekker? You need to look deeper into your other patients. I can forgive a lot of things, but being falsely accused of murder, well, that's going to blemish your CV.
Careful, she'll slap me again, yeah.
Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
Okay. Keeping an eye on...
Should you be asking me that, Doctor? It doesn't matter anyway. It's not important here. It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about.
Okay. How is she going to stop me going crazy? How will you stop me going home? Crazy.
Holiday, perhaps? Some R&R? I suppose you were thinking something darker? My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Spontaneous combustion.
According to Professor Alderby, people can will themselves to die. Some people will have heart attacks, some people will have strokes. Those who are truly despondent, they're the rare few that spontaneously combust. I'm not sure if I believe in all of that.
You'll get there, Scruff. You will get your swole Radabana. It'll be all good.
According to Professor Alderby, people can will themselves to die. Some people will have heart attacks, some people will have strokes. Those who are truly despondent, they're the rare few that spontaneously combust. I'm not sure if I believe in all of that.
What do you believe?
Because of what happened to my mother.
Okay, no, we've already asked that.
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some
I'm gonna ask about the footage.
I think you know what I'm going to say. I don't know.
Psychokinesis is bothering me. Okay. They just want me to have to spell that damn thing. Oops.
Yes, that is a worry. I agree.
Murder is bothering me.
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is.
Okay. Did Dekker will himself to die?
I don't know. It doesn't fill me with any sense of self-worth, if that helps.
Okay. How does she know Mariana said she could breathe underwater? How did you know Mariana said she could breathe underwater?
I spot check the sessions. I know I shouldn't, but it's for the safety of everyone. Checks and balances, remember?
Okay, I'm gonna say Claire. Bought Mariana's loan.
Your patience will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we?
Okay. What does she mean by powers? What do you mean by...
I once spoke to a patient here who claimed to be able to teach me how to get inside other people's dreams, but how would you know if that worked? Have you had any strange dreams lately, Doctor?
Yes. I
I once
Dreams.
spoke to a patient here who claimed to be able to teach me how to get inside other people's dreams, but how would you know if that...
Okay. Yes. You
That's your burning question. No, Doctor. Try again.
Memory. Free. It froze again. The game is going mad. Towards 400. I don't think I'm going to reach 400. Don't know how to make myself more insane in the game. So check the stats while we're here. It says progress. One more response. One more response. I was just about to ask about memory. And I've used 155 hints. That's not too bad.
At midnight,
David Hunt.
there's someone.
You rang my door.
I can skip that. My memory. Bothers me.
Your memory is exactly that. Your memory. If people are telling you things you don't remember, then they're probably making them up. Deep down, only you know.
And that was the last response. I'm not accusing anyone left. I just wanted to see. So I've got these 6 basically.
He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
The fact that she's wandering around with a knife is really disturbing. Okay, so what do we know? We know that Nathan got... We know that Jaya said that Dr. Dekker asked for Nathan's number. Nathan has a keyword. Dekker I think Dekker got Nathan to kill him, and then he wanted Claire to reanimate him. What do we think? It's quite possible that Dekker took the alcohol and the sleeping tablets Yeah, I know the little girl just showed up. Maybe he took the alcohol and the sleeping tablets just so he wouldn't feel the pain, and then he, like, ordered Nathan to kill him? Does that sound plausible with the facts that we've been given? I mean, Mariana and Elin sort of alibied each other, unless they were both in on it, but I could only pick one person. Claire! I don't know. She creeps me out. Bryce was at the gallery. Chair was home alone. I mean, Nathan said he talked to the student, and Bryce said he saw him, but then, you know, Dekker also called him. Okay.
I'm not sorry he's dead, but I didn't kill him. I can't believe you're accusing me. The thought of being in an office alone with him late at night creeps me out. I'm hardly going to suggest it, am I? You're going to have to look elsewhere, Doctor.
Oh. Okay, so no. Right? At this point, we just sort of accuse everybody because we've already made a mistake.
So after all we've been through, you're accusing me? Of what? Murder? Or of not bringing him back to life when I said I would? The last one I'm definitely guilty of. He wanted me to kill him, but I wouldn't. I turned up here on Valentine's night and he was drunk already, as usual. I think he thought the alcohol and pills would take the edge off things, but he was woeful. Have you ever seen a man trying to push a paper spike through himself when he's drunk? I'm not saying any more while your camera's rolling, but know this. Dr. Dekker was more disturbed than any of his patients, and I stopped him. I put my wrongs right. Can you say that, Doctor?
Oh, it was Claire. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Einstein.
So I've got a new dog, a basset hound. She's got these big floppy ears and a really sad face. You know, even sadder than I look. Ginger. I call her Ginger. She's a rescue. But since I've had Ginger, I've never looked back. Literally. Not one day.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it. To participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
It looks like Terry won't be coming back. She hasn't been in for a while, and I thought she just had a bug or something, but from what I've heard, it's not good. Apparently, she's in intensive care, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I'm not going to lie. Work's much easier without her watching over me. Does that make me a horrible person?
I think I was in my own head too much. manifesting things that weren't there. But I'm very much an art connoisseur now. It's definitely helping keeping me sane. I realize that I'm a very visual person, and paintings can keep me occupied for hours. I go to Providence whenever I get the time. It's the local art gallery here. The best time to go is late at night. You get the place all to yourself.
Ah, you must be the new doctor. And punctual, I see. I like that in a doctor. I think you're going to fit in just great around here. Oh, I forgot. I have a book for you. It's my must-read of all time, and by must-read, I mean you must read it.
Okay.
Let's recap, shall we? A siren, a shapeshifter, time traveler, undead husband, teleportation, and otherworldly gods trying to take over Earth. It's an unlikely tale at the best of times, but you're also purporting to be all of these people. I think you're beyond help. You understand what you're saying and expect me to believe it? And you say I am one of your patients? Patently untrue, Doctor. If that were the case, then somehow I've managed to turn the tables on you. Which is plausible, I suppose.
Okay, thank you for playing. Okay, the actress's name for Mariana is Death. I overthought it with Nathan. Should have just gone with Claire. She was creeping me out from the beginning. Bleep bloop. Power of deduction, 90G. Solved Dr. Dekker's murder. Okay. Stats. Oh, okay, fine. That's nothing new. Okay, so 83% of 470 points. Didn't use less than 100 hints without accusing any innocent people. Made Nathan sing, and 0 hints. May require 3 playthroughs. Right. I mean, I will play through this again, but I'm not going to stream any more playthroughs. Thank you all for watching. We will play something new on Tuesday, and I guess if Jesse wants to stream, he can. I don't know if he's still around. But yes, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've not gone mad. And I will catch you on Tuesday and tonight for everyone else that's watching the Xbox stream. Bye!